Beautiful. As we're getting into our next game and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Hecate, we have the English Zerg player representing the Platinum Heroes. It is Eva. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Taiwanese Protoss player, the most recent GPO champion. It is Nice. For Starlight Twinkle. For the Starlight Twinkles. And Nice is a very interesting player to follow. He can play standard. He's a very solid standard player, but he's also willing to spice things up and be hyper aggressive as well. So you do have to keep your eye on Nice. He can be very unpredictable at times, as once again Eva is going to be going for a 15-15, 15 hatch into a 15 spawning pool in the main base. Catching up. Eva flip-flops between saying he's gonna win next Katowice and saying Toss is unbeatable and he might as well be 4K. Oh god. The mental is broken, Papi. It's broken. Eva, he's a great player. Like, I'm a big fan of Eva. He has so much potential. I think everyone knows he has a lot of potential to be a competitor just because he's so young and he's achieved so much. But he's always smudging. Ay. I know we already casted it, but can we watch Eba versus Rostock again from replay? It's the chase. Shaking my head. Interesting. Okay, so it is going to be a 15-15, but we're going for a faster gas geyser instead. The previous time we saw this rendition of this build, I believe Eba did stay gases quite a bit longer, but this time he's going for a much more standard variation here of 15-15. We'll be having access to a little bit of a faster link speed than we saw previously. I mean, later link speed than normal, but faster than what we saw against Rostock in that first game. As we get into our series versus Nice. Back at home, gates hyper expand, nothing too fancy. Nice rushing into his warp gate as well. He's not going to be delaying it. So it is looking like a Twilight Council opener. We'll see what Nice does commit to. As the Overlord, of course, did confirm the upgrade researching. And Eva is looking for confirmation as to the tech that Nice is going to throw down. And, oh, okay, we do end up going for a Stargate opener. Stargate here in the natural, not the main. So the Overlord commits, is going to go even further to try to get a read on things, but the tech was thrown down in the natural instead. The Stalker does come in, and Nice is looking to deny the Scout. So very cheeky moves here out of Nice. Going to be hunting down that Overlord, keeping Eba in the dark. Checking his vision, Eba will not confirm what is going on. And Nice. What are we going to be going for? What do we have? There we go, as the Oracle is on the way. Meanwhile, back at home, Eba's just chilling. He's just droning up. He's working towards link speed. Interesting that he still keeps 2 on the gas geyser. Very interesting, as he's going to be building up quite a bit. Quite a bit of that gas. So do have additional adepts, going to be threading a shade towards that third. Nice just confirming that there is indeed a third base. He's going to be threading a shade towards that natural as well. As Nice is not going to be banking up his oracles. He's going to be sending his first one immediately across the map. We have 2 queens here in the natural. We have 2 queens in the main as well. Drones are falling, 3 in total. As there is no Spore Crawler, despite that bit of a misclick. Oh my god, 2 misclicks even. Nice. He attacked the queen and the spawning pool. Slipping up a little bit. Uncharacteristic from our Protoss player. Second Oracle's on the way. A Phoenix coming in behind this. And Eba is rushing into Roaches. That is why we had the additional gases, of course. Roaches are on the way. And Eba is looking to push out across the map. Stasis trap in the main base is going to be denied. Roaches are on the way. And we have an all-in. Meanwhile, back at home, does Nice recognize what exactly is happening? He does have a shield battery. Does have an overcharge, not quite available as he did just chrono. Uh-oh. We're up to 3 gateways. There we go. Second, third shield batteries on the way. The queens are waddling across the map. It's going to be 32 workers and just a full all-in here from Eba. All or nothing. It's going to take a while for the queens to get across the map, unfortunately. Not the shortest rush distance. As the queens are making their way in. By the time the queens get across the map, we cancel the shield batteries? Nice. He's crazy. He is maybe overconfident. Now he throws out the shield batteries once again. He realizes his mistake. He had 3 on the way. And now they're not going to be done. So nice, maybe misreading the situation a little bit there. As Eba is going to get supply blocked. But here we go. The queens are pushing on forward. Good pile taking down one of those stalkers. And shield batteries as well. There we go. We do have enough for an overcharge. It is going to be popped. And does Eba have enough DPS here to break on through? God, we're up to 4, working towards 5 oracles. Cybercore is going to be targeted down. Despite that, though, can Eba get on top of the army? Can he break through these stalkers? Back at home, Eba's droning. It looks like he has lost a little bit of confidence here in his ability to break this, and I mean, he may just not have enough. Did deny the third, at least. Is containing his opponent to 2 bases. Lings are flooding on forward. And Eba is pushing in. Gets on top of the stalkers. Biles will connect. Will not connect on the stalkers. I assumed that they were going to be on the shield batteries. But Lings are pushing on forward. They get us around as well. Only 2 stalkers are left. We'll ignore them. Going straight for the mineral line. Again, Eba looking for some more economic damage. He is still behind in the workers. But there just is not enough left over. Nice. Does hold. And behind this, he's already got his Twilight Council for upgrades. +1 is on the way. He's in the midst of taking his third. He is up in workers. Eba's got a lot of catching up to do here. He's down heavily in the worker count. This Ling run by not going to quite find any damage either. As they do go down to the Zealots. And yeah, nice. You know, despite canceling earlier, like clearly he had plenty to defend. Clearly he had enough. He barely lost any of his economy. Preserved his worker counts. He has plenty of oracles now to counterattack as well. We have enough to ignore the Spore Crawler, go straight for the queens if we wanted to. So he takes down a couple of roaches, a couple of drones. And yeah, Eba's kind of stuck back at home. He's working towards Overlord's speed. I wonder if maybe he's working towards a follow-up all-in. If he's just going to be saturating some of it or his gases and then just building up a roach army once again. Like, a macro game is not going to work from here. And yeah, Eba, he's just building up more roaches. He's squeezing in a couple of drones, so I feel like I'm getting some big signals here from Eba. As the oracles, they head into the main, take down a queen, focus on the spore crawlers. Take control of the main base, crippling the economy even further here for Eba. And I feel like an all-in has to be the answer here. But even then, back at home, the defenses are nice. A little bit sparse at the third base. He doesn't quite have a lot here at the fourth either. Is there potential for Eba? Can he somehow pull this off? He does have a pretty high army supply that he can work with. He's up to how many roaches? 22, soon to be 26 roaches. It's all or nothing for Eba. It is looking a little bit bleak, but you know, there's a world where maybe Nice is caught out of position. Maybe he misses an overcharge. Maybe again he just gets caught out with a handful of units. He even loses these oracles. So they head straight for the natural, take down the Spore, hunting down what little workers there are left. As the Nice is up to 74 probes. And here we go. The all-in is upon us. But pushing up a ramp into a concave, it's not an easy thing to do. As Eva's trying to set up a creep highway, he's cleaning up a lot of these zealots, to be fair. A lot of zealots are shaved off. Queens are waddling across the map. We're going to rotate over towards that third. We'll get the shield battery. Decent kiting as well, but can we ever deal with these Archons as Eva is bleeding out a lot of units? Oof. A lot of Roach Ravager going down, and yeah, even without the power of shield batteries, like, Nice can take the fight. Backs off, waits for a wave of reinforcements, and GG is going to get called. Nice takes game number 1. GG. GG, well played. A unfortunate game there from Eva. Again, he committed to an all-in that was, for the most part, kept hidden and unscouted himself, but wasn't quite able to break Nice at his natural. It was close, though. It did feel quite close. Remember, Nice, he went down to, I think, 2 Stalkers and, like, 3 Zealots. Like, he barely had an army left standing, but it was enough. It was enough to hold on. It was enough to survive, and survive is all that Nice had to do. GG. GG, well played. As Nice takes a lead in this series, and we're getting ready for game number 2. Oh. So getting ready for our next game. Just catching up, Poppy. Oh, if he takes an early gas, then it's going to be another Lorimbo build I gave him. Oh, I see, I see. So you're to blame, Lorimbo. You're to blame. I understand. I understand. All calculated to deliver the most disgusting all-in I've ever concocted. Oh. But we are getting into our next game. And it's going to be on Site Delta. Here we go. It's the green map. It's, so far, that's how I'm like trying to remember the names. God, what names do I remember? Oceanborn is easy. Underwater map. Hecate is the purple map. Site Delta, green map. The others, I'm still trying to piece them together. There's just so many to remember. There are 9 of them. 9. Equilibrium, of course. That's Stargazers 2.0. And we're getting into our next game, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Site Delta, we have the English Zerg player representing the Platinum Heroes down in this series, but not out. It is it is Eva. Okay. Just going for another 15 hatch. Thank God. Look, it's not... We've seen him 13-12 before, so I was a little bit concerned. But spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Taiwanese Protoss leading the series 1-0, representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Nice. And what we have learned so far in this series is that there are different variations of 15-15 that Eva goes for. There's a Lorimbo variation. Well, they're all, I guess, his variations. But for now, it's going to be 15 hatch into a 15 spawning pool. Again, very economic so far out of Eva. We'll keep our eye on his gas timing to piece together how aggressive he's going to be or how economic. And we'll see how Nice is going to be able to approach him. Again, like, it's not all about what Eva's doing. If you remember in the previous game, Nice himself was being crazy by going for a Stargate opener, hiding it. Wasn't able to do much with it, unfortunately, as he was as the initial Oracle didn't quite do too much damage across the map. But we'll see. We shall see, as Nice is going to be going for a Gate Expand into his Cybercore. More of an economic greedy opener here from our Protoss player. And likewise, Eba is not taking early gases this time, and Nice confirms this. He confirms the timing of the hatchery, the spawning pool, the lack of gases. Nice should be feeling pretty comfortable back at home. Pretty safe overall. As Eba is just going to be taking his third base as well. Again, gasless opener. So greedy, Bobby. With this, it does mean that Eba can't really be too aggressive and too assertive early on. That's the one downside. It's something that we saw in his series against Rostock, where Rostock, he lost his initial 2 adepts, but he couldn't really be punished at his third base because Eba didn't have link speed, so he couldn't quite, harass at the time. But not the most important upgrade, and typically you wouldn't expect the Protoss player to be throwing away their first adepts anyway. So it does make sense. As back at home, Nice is going to be going for a Stargate opener. This time he did delay his Warp Gate in favor of the Stargate, and I'm sure Eba did take note of that, as he did have an Overlord on this pillar. So I'm sure he's aware of the potential of Stargate play. Back at home, Eba just now taking his gases. Going to be droning on up. And it's going to be an Eba to keep up with these adepts and make sure they don't get too out of hand. Meanwhile, Nice, upon going for a Stargate opener, is not going for Oracles. He's going for a Phoenix first. And we'll see if he commits. There are some Protoss players like Hero that have been going mass Phoenix and just amassing them back at home. But it looks like it's going to be one Phoenix into an Oracle. Looking to hunt down these Overlords, deny scouting, deny the vision of Eba. This at least does confirm the Stargate opener, of course, but it is going to keep him in the dark as to what comes afterwards. For all Eba knows, it could be a fast Twilight Council into Glaive Adepts, could be Void Rays, could be Skytoss, could be Oracles. Back at home, Eba's just getting ready for it. He has 2 Queens in the main, has a Spore on the way in the natural, as Eba's just saturating his bases. And, oh, okay, nice. Hello, Papi. He is going to be going for additional Phoenixes. He is going to be banking them up back at home. First Oracle gets across the map, gets 1 drone. Takes quite a bit of damage. Only for 1 worker. But again, he's going to be banking these up. And again, some of the Korean Protosses have been playing around with this quite a bit. Ooh, and we're doubling down. Okay. So I assumed that this was only going to be 1 Stargate for 5 to 6 Phoenixes, just for, map control. You hunt down Overlords, you get economic damage done, and you go for a Twilight Council underneath it and get into a ground army. But no, we're doubling down here with double Stargate play. Okay. Again, nice, mixing things up quite a bit. Meanwhile, across the map, Adepts shade in, 2 drones go down, but the Adepts will be cleaned up. And the Oracle doesn't get much done either. So far, minimal losses for Eba. He's only lost 3 workers, so his economy is going to be looking good. Is going to be looking strong. We're committing into +1 air attack. Let's go. Doubling down on the Skytoss units, on these Phoenixes. Lings are coming in for a scout, and once they do see the Cybercore researching, Eba can piece this together. As he is going to be harassing, hunting down some of these probes. Doesn't quite check the ramp though. That 1 Phoenix again still sharking around. The rest still banking up in the main base, still unscouted. Eba still does not know. As he's just saturating his bases, working towards Lingbane Roach Ravager, or Lingbane Roach, sorry. There's that Baneliness on the way behind this. Eba already getting up to 3 base saturation. Lings once again trying to get a scout off, and there we go. Finally, the Phoenixes have revealed themselves. But do we have enough to deal with them? How many queens? We have 7 queens, not a bad amount. Spores are now being thrown down in a panic. The Phoenixes are making their way out, looking to hunt down queens, overlords, drones, whatever they can get their hands on. They do catch a queen. Transfuses will keep it alive. Good reaction out of Eba. At the same time, a big Ling counterattack. Eba aware that because we have so many Phoenixes, we shouldn't have too much on the ground to defend. But alas, the overcharge, sorry, not the overcharge, but the positioning here was just a little bit too good. Nice, it does hold on. Eba gonna respond, react with a Hydra Den. As the Phoenixes bust into the main, take down 1, 2 Overlords. Not much economic damage though. Oh, no! I spoke too soon! As this 4th base is so exposed, every drone here is going to be going down. At the same time, Lings go for a counterattack. We have an Oracle back at him to defend. The gateway does not go down. Nice holds. And he gets 8 worker kills across the map. Do you have Bailing set up for a run by? Bailing speed still on the way. As Eba is trying to do some counter damage. No shot. The stasis trap. I was gonna say we're gonna be busting into the natural base. Oh, quick moves out of Eba. He does see ahead of time. He does bust on in. The Lings are coming in for a flood. They're coming in to flood into the natural. But nice, he walls off in time. Stalker's in position. The gateway is gonna go down. And Eba busts on into the natural. Gets us around, takes down the Stalkers, and he will be getting into the main base as well. There are some oracles to defend, but probes are falling. A very necessary amount of damage done here by Eba. 12 workers go down and counting. Behind this, Hydras are on the way. We finally have an answer to these Phoenixes, or a better answer to the Phoenixes. 13 probes. We got +1 melee, of course, kicking in. Eba taking another base, now throwing down the Spore Crawler here at his 4th. Phoenixes are moving in for a counterattack, but this time we have Queens and Hydras. Up! Clutch transfuse, Phoenix goes down. At the same time, Eba getting ready for a Bailing run by. I'm assuming. Yeah, there we go. Phoenixes, they dive into the main base. They're getting quite a lot of Overlords. 1, 2, 3 Overlords going down. Oof, pretty good amount of damage. Heavily supply blocking Eba. Ay, ay, ay. As the Phoenixes do recall back home, it looks like, yeah, they will all make it out. Bailings do roll in, but they do not get into the mineral line. As Nice does defend. But Eba now has a solid economy. He has map control for the most part. He has forced Nice to turn back around. Recall is on cooldown. But Eba is being distracted by these Phoenixes. Up. Good catch here by Eba. Gets 3 of those Phoenixes. Meanwhile, back at home, we still don't have Colossi. That's all that Nice needs. Colossus, they do so well against Lings, Banelings, and Hydras. But the Colossi aren't ready. No! Ooh. But Eba takes 2 massive stasis traps to the face. Gets caught out. There's only 3 Hydras, and they will be cleaned up by the Phoenixes. A big moment here for Nice. Bailings, they try to roll in from behind, but they do get caught in another stasis. Oh, and this is going to be an expensive loss for Eba. Force fields are thrown down. The Hydras are caught out. And every single Hydra is going to go down. The Colossi arrive. Up. Bailing tries to roll in, but Eba loses everything. He still has a solid economy, but it's going to take some time to rebuild. And meanwhile, Nice, his army is just getting stronger and stronger. We have 2 Colossi. We're about to have 4 Colossi behind this. Immortals. Phoenix is once again going for a counterattack, catching some of these reinforcing Hydras. As Eba is just trying to stabilize. No Hive, bear that in mind. No Infestation Pit, so we're stuck on Lair Tech. Stuck on Lair Tech, Lingbane Hydra. There it is, Infestation Pit now gets thrown down, but this is late. Clearly, Eba did intend to end the game earlier with his Hydra push. He was looking to kill Nice then and there, but Nice survived. And now Eba has to try to catch up here when it comes to tech. Infestation Pit, Lurker Den as well. But it's going to take some time to get into this. And as a result, Nice is going to be taking the opportunity here to expand, take a 4th base. We'll see if he can hold on to this 4th. It is spotted by Eba. He knows. He's Gonna try and deny it if possible. The Colossi are in position. Ooh. A lot of Lings are gonna be going down. Ay, ay, ay. Almost every single Ling swiped down by those Colossi. Banelings rolling in as well, but we do have a stasis trap. Does go off, does catch the Banelings. And as a result, Nice will establish his fourth. Now, Eba has a good economy. That's something that we do have to, of course, point out and give him. His economy is looking strong. It's just his tech that was lacking, and the tech that's really slowing him down. But here we go, the Lurker Den is done. Hive is still halfway done, is still halfway on the way, so we won't quite be able to get into Hive tech upgrades. But we do have those 10 Lurkers in production, and with these 10 Lurkers, Eba should be able to survive the counterattack. Up until this point, he was quite vulnerable to a Colossus push, but now with these Lurkers, he should be okay. Should be able to hold on. As the Lurkers have been spotted by Nice, and now it's on Nice to react. He just saw a massive amount of Lurkers. How does he respond? Disruptors. Disruptors are on the way. No Fleet Beacon yet. It wouldn't be bad. Like, he's already got 2 Stargates. He already has 2 Stargates ready. Like, a Sky Toss transition wouldn't be the worst thing. But Nice, he's committing to Ground Toss. I mean, he's almost maxed out at this point. He's getting ready for his own push. He is potentially aware that these Lurkers aren't as powerful as they otherwise could be, as they are only on Lair Tech. And here we go. Nice is pushing out. He's threatening a move out. And yeah, this is a late reaction. Now we see the Fleet Beacon. It is a little bit late. Ideally, we should have been seeing this as soon as we saw the Lurkers, but it looks like Nice was, yeah, maybe second guessing himself. But now he's working towards Carriers. Carriers, Tempest, all things Sky Toss. And because Nice is working on this transition, Eba will have plenty of time to finish up Adaptive Talents, Seismic Spines. We have a Spire on the way. We're going for the late game. We are going for a longer game. It's Adaptive Talents, Adrenal Gland, sorry. Neural. Eba pushing out. Has to be careful here. Doesn't want to get caught off of creep. Not like this. Oh, as the Disruptors are coming in from the right-hand side. Do we have some yoinks? We do! The Novas will connect. And a lot of Lurkers are going down. This was not it. This was not the fight to take for Eba. As he does lose a big wave of his Lurkers. At the same time, he's going for another counterattack here at the third base. Stasis Trap does catch the Banelings. And Nice is not turning around. He smells weakness. He smells blood in the water. Eba, he just threw away so many Lurkers. Five Lurkers went down, and now Nice can commit here to this push. The counterattack doesn't do anything, and Eba, he's in a lot of trouble. Eba just maybe a little bit too antsy, a little bit too trigger happy. We could have settled down into a longer game. Banelings do crash in. 14 probes go down, but 21 drones also fall to the main army. So pushing on forward, Purification Overs are not going to connect. Banelings, they crash in. Good connections. Lurkers are repositioning, and Eba, he is holding. Eba survives. He does survive. As the dust settles, we have Eba up 10 workers. He has additional hatcheries. And Nice did not commence carriers. He didn't start working towards Sky Toss. No, but he's still being very active. I mean, he's got a lot of Archons, a lot of Colossi. He has kept his high-tech units alive. He lost his Disruptors. That is true. Oh my god, his Lurkers are... So they're just diving on the army! And a very late reaction there out of Nice. Despite that, he just stands strong and he just forces his way through these Lurkers. It looks like 2 Colossi may go down. Oh, but this is an expensive loss for Eba. I was shocked. Eba, he dove on this army and Nice did not move. He didn't budge. And I was like, uh-oh. Like, is this going to be too much? But no, Nice. He just stood strong. Dealt with the Lurkers. And suddenly Eba, he plummets in supply. He thought he could catch the army, but Eba was the one that was caught out. Yeah, GG gets called. Nice! We'll be taking the series 2-0, taking down Eba and advancing on to the upper semi-finals. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to Nice. The game had almost settled down into like a late game scenario, but I do feel like Eba was just a little bit too ambitious, a little bit too adventurous with his army. When we were maxed out, he just pushed out with 2 groups of lurkers and he lost almost everything. Lost his lurkers and he was so vulnerable to that counterattack, and Nice, he took full advantage of him. Took full advantage of Eba's mistake there, or just a bad fight that Eba took, and things snowballed out of control. GG. With that, congratulations to Nice as he advances on. And do we have an update? We do. We're going to be following Nice into his next series.